Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman. Welcome to the Transformational Soul. I want to say hi to Veronica and Kim. Nice to see you here this evening. If you are here for the first time, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I do have a couple of announcements that I'd like to go through before we get started. For those of you that don't know, Goldylocks Productions has an online store, and they have merchandise that you can buy. I got this cup, which is really awesome. They've got some really cool shirts, sweatshirts. I mean, you check it out. There's a lot of different things. Melissa Parks also has one as well. I got in on their deal that they had going last week or whenever it was that I ordered it. And I do know that they do have promotional sales and that every so often. So you want to keep check on that. A while back, Tiffany White Sage Woman, our producer, who has this wonderful show, Spiritual Insight, I believe. She was talking about this new jewelry. It's called Magnitude Jewelry. And there's a Facebook group set up right now because they're having a big special for Valentine's Day. Now, this Magnitude Jewelry is absolutely amazing. Not only is it beautiful, but it also has a lot of health benefits, and it helps protect you from EMFs. The first time I had looked at the site, I was very overwhelmed because there's just so much on there and so much information. But in this Facebook group, everything is broken down. There's this wonderful video on there that explains it, all about this company, and it's only like 15 or 16 minutes long. It's not overwhelming. There's lots of people posting on their questions and answers. And I'm telling you guys about it because they're having a Valentine's special. Now, not only do they have products for women, men, and children and pets. So you really want to go and check that out. It is really absolutely necessary in the society that we live in nowadays. So Tiffany's going to put that. Yep, there she goes. She put up the link for that. So you guys check that out. And I'm really excited because I ordered a necklace. And as soon as I get it, of course, I'm going to show it to you guys so you can see how awesome it is. And Tiffany wears their stuff all the time. This Saturday, February 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, is our Spiritual Message Circle. For a donation of only $10 or more, you get a reading from all of the participants, which will be myself, Sarah. For some reason, I always want to call her Laura. Sarah and Graphia, Melissa Parks, Tiffany will be hosting, Caroline Carey, and Robin McGuire will also be there. So it's so much fun. We get in this group, and it's just such a wonderful energy to be in. And for a donation of only $10 or more, you get a message from every single one of us. Not just one of us, but every single one of us. So it's a really great deal, and it's a really fun time. So I really hope you guys can join in. Next week, I will be doing my Words of Wisdom segment for February. And the amazing Kim Smith is going to be joining me. So I'm super excited about that. So I'll get to know Kim a little better and find out about her spiritual journey. Okay, let's see. Sarah said she loves her Magnitude necklace. It makes a difference. That's awesome, Sarah. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I wish it was here already. And Veronica said she's never heard of them before. Yeah, it's really amazing, Veronica. Check out that Facebook group. And there's a lot of information on there, that's broken down, so it's pretty easy. So I have been noticing with this intense energy, which is still, swirling everywhere. I have been super emotional. Like I cannot watch. Like I there are a lot of like I put on some music today, and all I did was sit there in tears because I'm so moved by it. Like I'm feeling everything on such a deeper level. Now I'm wondering if that's happening with you guys. What are you experiencing? Right before the show started, felt like a lightning bolt hit me of this really intense, uneasy, nervous energy. So I don't know whose that is, but I know it isn't mine because I've been nothing but calm and very serene for quite a while now. With all this intense energy, instead of it just like working me up, it just totally makes me mellow, which is pretty awesome. Hello, Heather. Sarah says, how exciting that we'll be hearing about Kim's journey. Yes, we will. And um, one thing that I know is that I have been doing so much more of probably for the last month or so is self-care. I'm resting more, I'm sleeping more, and I'm always in like this, I feel like I'm in this state of relaxation. I don't really get stressed out and stuff like that. This energy is still affecting my head with lots of pressure in my head. My head's been itching. It's been sore, like to touch it in some areas. So I've noticed that a lot. I think it hasn't really affected me a whole lot in other ways. I feel dehydrated. I feel like even though I drink a lot of water, I just feel like I can't get enough water. So everybody remember to drink tons and tons of water. And also remember that during this time of this intense energy and this energy portal that was opened on, February 2nd, 2222, it's a great time for setting your intentions and manifesting. So if you have some clear intentions of what you want, then set those intentions and help to manifest that for yourself. Because when you put out that energy, that's what the universe is going to bring back to you, right? Of course, you have to make sure you don't have anything blocking, its journey. You want it to be able to go right straight to you. You don't want it to have any obstacles in the way, things that it would have to get over or whatever. And now, we talk a lot about what we put out there and the ripple effect that it can have. And, when we do small acts of kindness, it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Every small act of kindness that you put out there, helps to raise the vibration. Now, a lot of times we don't get to know the ripple effect that one small thing that we did, of where that rippled to. But sometimes, you know what we do? I was in the car with my son this weekend, and we were driving down the road, and he was driving, and there's like the middle area there in between the two sides of the road, or the meridian, the median, whatever you want to call it. And it has grass and trees. And there was a homeless woman out there. And I didn't see what her sign said, but he looks to see if he has any money on him. Now, nowadays with all this plastic, a lot of people don't carry cash anymore. I happen to be one, but he had a $5 bill on him. So he opened the window, and she came kind of hobbling over to him. She was I'm going to say maybe in her late 60s. I'm not sure. Sweetest soul. And as soon as she got right up to the window, like I started crying because I could feel her gratitude. She was so, so grateful for that $5. Now, we live in Texas. However, this past week we had like a deep freeze again, like we did last year, and it was super, super cold. I believe it was below freezing on Saturday. So she's standing out there shivering. So we drove away, and it kept weighing on him and weighing on him and weighing on him. And when he went home, he stopped at the ATM and got some money out, went and got some food for her. And went back to see her. And as he's talking to her, he's learning a little bit about her story. Of course, she was like, I can't tell you how grateful she was for his kindness. Um, she had a stroke and lost her job because of it. And that was the reason that she was homeless. And she was the sweetest, kindest soul. And when people saw him bring her food and out there talking to her, other people started stopping. And here I go. Other people started to stop and pull over and give her money. One man gave her the jacket that he was wearing. It was his favorite jacket, but he wanted to give it to her because it was very warm and it was so, so cold outside. And it just, I was so moved by the whole thing. But because of him stopping and, taking her food and standing out there talking to her, it got other people's attention. They saw what was going on, and that rippled. And then all these other people started stopping to help her. And it was just, such a beautiful, beautiful thing. We don't always get to see what our, act of kindness can do. But it was really wonderful that that happened for her. Now, is that going to change her whole entire life? Probably not. But it changed her day. It changed her moment. And it showed her that people care, She felt all that love and kindness. And I know how grateful she was. You know, she wasn't someone who, um, the way what happened to her could happen to any of us. She had a stroke, and because of that, she lost her job. That could happen to any of us or someone that we know, right? Um, Back in the day, many, many, many years ago, it was commonplace for homeless people, and I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, but a lot of the time they were people who were alcoholics or drug addicts, and they lost everything because of that lifestyle, and that's why they ended up living on the street. But more and more nowadays, and maybe like in the last 10 years, it's not. It's families that are living out there. It's people like this lady who had a medical issue and it ended up costing her job, which cost her everything. So many people live paycheck to paycheck, and you miss out on a paycheck or two and you're out of luck. So when you see a homeless person, don't feel the love in your heart and send them that love. Don't, judge them. Don't be judgmental, thinking that you know why they're out there. And sometimes even if you just sit and have a conversation with people, maybe someone you don't know, people just, like to feel like somebody cares. And I know that that really brightened up her day. And I know that that really, changed how she was feeling in the moment. So I'm really happy that I didn't get to see it all, but I did see some of it. But I'm really glad that I did get to hear about it, firsthand. So, well, I guess it would be secondhand. But it just really touched me very deeply. Let's see. Okay, Veronica says she's having issues with spatial awareness, bumping into everything and knocking stuff over despite constantly grounding. Wow. Hello, Melissa. Melissa Parks is here. Heather, thank you so much for your super sticker. That is so awesome. Sarah said, aw. Veronica said she loves this story so much. So sad she is in this situation through no fault of her own. I know. And, that happens a lot of the time with people, through no fault of their own. But, I'm just so glad that so many people stopped to help her. And, who knows what could happen from there. Hello, Joyce. I'm so glad you found me too. It's nice to see you here. So, just remember, a kind word, a smile can go a long way, to brighten someone's day. And another thing that came to me today was, sometimes people can just be nasty, it feels like they're in a mood and they just, slash out at other people. But you know what? They are probably feeling this energy just as much as we are. Only they don't know what it is. They're probably very empathic and they feel a lot of stuff from other people, but they don't know how to express it. So we have to just send them love. We can't be hard on them and think, oh, you're such a jerk, because they're really not. But maybe if we send them enough love and, they start educating themselves to learn about this energy and stuff, they will understand it better. Because, it's affecting all of us, whether we know it or not, whether we believe it or not, it doesn't matter. It's still affecting us. Love wins again, Sarah said. Yes, it always does, Sarah. Hello, Wendy. Nice to see you. So before the show, I asked for some cards, for some messages for everyone. Elizabeth, hello. Nice to see you. Well, Elizabeth, I hope you can go back and listen, because I was just telling a story of something that happened over the weekend, and I think you would really appreciate it. Okay, let's see what messages they gave me for you guys today. The first one was about listening to your inner guidance. And that's what we always need to listen to that. When something is nagging at us, we have that feeling that we should be doing this or we should be doing that. And that feeling just keeps nagging you, and it does not leave. Well, you need to do something about it, right? Because your intuition is trying to guide you in that direction. Just like with the story that I told you over the weekend about my son. After he got home, he kept feeling that nagging. I want to go do something else. I want to go do something else. Now, if he wouldn't have, would all those other people have stopped? We don't know. But he did, and they did. So, what we do affects other people. And we have to really realize that. And when you keep that in mind, it's a good way to live, day to day, realizing that your actions affect other people, whether it be in a positive way or a negative way. That's totally up to you. Of course, it's better for it to be in a positive way, but what we do does affect other people. And before I forget, I need to say hello to Judy. Hi, Judy, and Laren, because I believe they're both watching. And Elizabeth said, I didn't hear it, but don't want to go back now. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Yeah, I just thought it was something you would appreciate. Now, I did draw a fairy card, and they're talking all about celebrating and having a little bit of fun. Sometimes, we can take ourselves way too seriously. And it's important to have fun. Fill your life with joy. And, I've always been one that's big about celebrating. Celebrate everything you can. I know a lot of people that don't celebrate their birthdays. If I could have a whole week for my birthday, I'd be fine with that. And it's not because I want presents, but it's fun. It's fun to celebrate something, right? Now, Monday, we're going to be, is it Monday? I believe so. Valentine's Day. And, and years ago, I'd see it on Facebook all the time for about the 2 weeks leading up to Valentine's Day. People on there, oh, woe is me. I don't have a significant other for Valentine's Day. And, they just be carrying on for a couple of weeks about it. Needless to say, I am not friends with them on social media any longer because it was all very negative. But what you have to remember is, before anybody else in your life, you have to love yourself. I was talking about that. I got that necklace from Tiffany's little jewelry party thing. And I got that for myself for Valentine's Day gift. I buy myself something every year. I buy myself a Christmas present too, because I appreciate myself and I love myself. And I try to treat myself really good. If you do not treat yourself really good and treat yourself the way you want to be treated, other people are not going to treat you that way. You have to set that example for them. Joyce says, keep losing you. Wi-Fi has been spotty because of storms. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Joyce. Well, hopefully you'll get to stay for a little bit. I know my Wi-Fi has been weird on my phone, not on any other device, just on my phone. And so has like trying to charge my devices. That's been a little crazy too. They want you to know that you are getting energetic upgrades. You are awakening. You're awakening to the truth of who you are. You are awakening to a new, expanded way of being. You're not becoming a different person. You're just becoming a better version of yourself. You don't want to be a different person. You want to be you, the very authentic you, the you that you are way down at your core. And how do you get there, right? You got to do all that healing. You have to heal your old issues. Because if you don't heal them, they're not going to go away. You're just going to find reason after reason to avoid healing them. And they're also talking about getting grounded. Getting grounded is especially important for empaths because we feel everything. We're very highly sensitive. And sorry, I keep burping here. One of the best ways that you can get grounded is in nature. One thing I found for myself when I do a lot of energy work, and I kind of feel spacey and out here, I'll eat something, like even just a few bites of something. If it's kind of a heavy food, I feel like it kind of brings me back down to earth. You can go barefoot outside. That helps to ground you. And it's a lot of different things you can do to help ground yourself. So I'll leave that there with messages with you. Let me see which ones these are. Oh, these are Sarah said that those cards were beautiful. That's these ones. Work Your Light. I like these. They're so pretty. And they have such great messages on them. Let's see. Yes, they are. So, there's many ways that we can be of service to others, that we can just, it's just crazy. Since 2020 started and we haven't been around people nearly as much, with everything, everything shut down and blah, blah, blah. And of course, social media was hopping a lot more because people couldn't go out and talk to people. So they would make new friends on social media. Nothing wrong with that. That's great. But people do need to still have conversations, real conversations. It's so funny because like a lot of the shows that I like to watch, which is only a few, but a lot of them are like set back in the 70s, like when I was a kid. And it's just so funny to me. They don't have cell phones, first of all, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it just makes me laugh at all these things that we take for granted now. I think they have dial phones. And probably some of you don't even know what that means, but they had dial phones. And just the way they did things. And it's just funny to me because like I see a lot when I'm watching them, I'm like, I can identify with it a lot from my childhood, which is really cool. And that in turn is like started making me remember a lot of stuff that I kind of forgot about. And I think some of that has to do with the energy too. I've been remembering a lot of things, not old issues that have been coming up, but just like a lot of things I forgot about, maybe somewhere I went when I was a kid or, something I did. But a lot of things have been coming back to me, which is really fun. It's kind of like looking through old photographs. So that's been pretty cool. Veronica says she has those cards and she loves them. They were gifted to her as well. That is what a wonderful gift, Veronica. Kim says, spent a wonderful week with my friend hiking and hugging trees. Picked up lots of trash along the trails and a few rocks shaped like hearts I found. Aren't those awesome? I have found those too a couple of times, and they'll just be in the most random places, and it'll be a rock that's completely shaped like a heart, and I'm always like, oh, it's a sign, and I always have to pick it up. She said I was very calm all week. That was a compliment. Well, that's awesome, Kim. So this energy is really resonating well with you, huh? And integrating well into your energy, it sounds like. That's great. I want everybody to remember to drink more water. Every time I tap into the energies, that I get that message, drink more water, drink more water. So I know it's not just me. It can't be just me. Elizabeth said she's been seeing hearts in her food. Oh, that is so cool. And Joyce, she posted a memory, a picture. You know how they have on Facebook, your memory. And it was a post of a snow when it snowed, but up in the corner, there was snow. I think it was like on a tree or something, and it was shaped like a heart. And that's just how it felt. It was like so cool. Hello, Devin. Nice to see you here. So yeah, I think that's really cool when you find, different things like that, different shapes, and especially hearts, because to me that automatically just means love. But don't forget, I mean, we talk about self-care all the time and self-love, but I know a lot of people aren't practicing it. I'm not picking on anybody. But I do know, and it's not, you don't have to do it 100% of the time. You just do something, one thing a day to show yourself how much you appreciate you. And it doesn't have to be anything monumental. Do something for 10 minutes to show yourself how much you appreciate you. Or you could take a little longer, take a nice hot bath and relax. Get yourself, buy yourself flowers the next time you go to the grocery store. You'll be enjoying that for like a week. There's a lot of things you can do to show yourself you appreciate and love yourself. Think of something you would do for someone else, only do it for yourself. It's that simple. Look in the mirror every day and say, I love you. Tell yourself you love you. Tell yourself that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you are worth it. Sarah said she needs to do more of that. I think we all do, Sarah. I really do. And it's we all know this, and I don't know, really what it is that holds us back. I feel really good when I do something for myself, like that. Elizabeth said she buys herself flowers. Love how they make you feel. See, that's exactly it, Elizabeth. Awesome. Awesome. Veronica says she has a photo of a heart-shaped cornflake she found on Valentine's Day last year. That is so cool, Veronica. That is so cool. And Kim says, crazy dreams, but I would wake up and change them when I went back to sleep. Lots of water, definitely felt dehydrated. Stony, hello, Stony. Nice to see you here. Stony says he buys pizza and bike parts. Oh, the pizza sounds good. That's awesome. And I'm sure you appreciate that, don't you? And Elizabeth said the flowers aren't expensive either. No, you can get a bunch, especially at the grocery store, under $10. And it's going to, especially in like the middle of winter, if you live in a cold climate, you can still get them then. And pretty soon now, they're going to have tulips out soon for spring, and the daffodils and stuff. Tulips are always one of my favorites. And daisies, I love daisies. But the point is, when you bring those into the house, it changes the energy for one. It's it affects the air as far as this beautiful scent, and that uplifts you. Just looking at these beautiful flowers in the middle of winter is going to be very uplifting, especially if it's cold out or snow, and you're thinking, oh, is spring ever going to get here? So, that's a great idea. The flowers are a great idea. But there's many different things you can do. Take yourself out to dinner or lunch. I know a lot of people don't like to go to a restaurant alone, but try it. If you've never tried it before, try it. You may really enjoy it. When I was Elizabeth, Stoney says he does appreciate them. That's awesome. Elizabeth said, "Oh, I can change my dreams too. And I know that I'm dreaming. So I say in my dream, let's have this ending. So empowering." I don't think I've done that before. I think I've woken up and then went back to sleep and continued my dream. But most of the time I don't remember my dreams. I always ask to and always set my intention that I will remember them. And a lot of times I wake up in the middle of the night having full recollection of my dream. But then I fall back asleep, and when I wake up in the morning, it's gone. Just absolutely gone. So I think it's really cool when you can remember your dreams. You guys should be writing these down. Christopher Vane, the one who has the Little Bear Sanctuary, he was on my show, or I was on his show. Anyways, we were talking about these crazy dreams that he has, and he has they almost sound like futuristic dreams. And he says he has, I believe it's the same dream every night. He always knows what's going to happen. It sounds really crazy, but it sounds pretty darn cool too. And, that's what, the spirit world is guiding him to, or nudging him to start journaling this. And I don't know if he has started that or not, but I feel like many people could learn from these dreams that he has. They sound very like they might be very prophetic. Is that the right word? Prophetic. Who knows? But who knows what'll happen with that. Heather says she has a puppy now. She offers a lot of love for me that I don't often give myself. Well, Heather, that is wonderful. But now you have to start giving yourself. However, with my girls getting older, I find myself able to appreciate me more. Go to the gym, read a book. The other night I listened to Mozart and just enjoyed the quiet. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. I know when you have little kids that you have to tend to, like to do everything for them, that does make it kind of harder. But it's still not impossible. So if any of you out there have little kids, then you kind of have to just wait until they go to bed a lot of times. And or if they nap. I watch my granddaughter Judy that you guys have met, and she's a little over a year now, but I get a bit of quiet time during the day when she's napping. So that's when I can do a lot of the things that I can't do if she's up and around, especially now that she's very mobile and very on the go, and will probably be walking soon. Sarah said, last summer I used to get food and go sit at the park alone. A date with myself. Oh, I love that, Sarah. A date with yourself. That's awesome. Elizabeth said, Ruth, can you do a show exclusively about dreams? Would love to hear about others' experiences. I know fine details about my dreams. Yes, I need to journal these. Well, that is something I will definitely consider, Elizabeth, and I will let you know. Kim says, definitely journal the dreams last few months because Goldylocks shows told me I would be getting messages from them. That is awesome. Hello. Let's see. I hope I pronounced your name right. Dominica. Nice to see you here. Stoney says, I could seriously write a laundry list of the lucid dreams that I've had in the past that came into manifestation. Well. You need to be writing these down and journaling these, Stoney. I hope that you are. That is pretty darn amazing. So what are you focusing on now? Because now that this energy portal has been opened and will be until the 22nd, you got to be setting those intentions because manifesting is going to be happening so much quicker in this energy. Hello, Joyce. You keep getting kicked out, don't you? Sorry about your internet, but I'm glad you're here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards and see what messages come through tonight. Veronica. I love that name. It's not a very common name. It might be in Australia, I don't know, but I love it. Okay. See what we have for Veronica. And next month, for my words of wisdom, Heather Hunter is going to be here. So we have that to look forward to next month. And pretty soon I'm going to have a couple other people messaging me saying, can I please come and tell my story? Please, please. Come on, you guys. We can all learn from each other. And it'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to need to get a few more people volunteering. And it was really cool that Kim just, messaged me and said, I want to do this. And when I was going through the comments one week, I had gotten an extra comment after the show. So I was going back and looking, and I saw Heather's name, and I'm like, that little voice said, Heather needs to tell her story. So I messaged Heather, and she finally agreed. She's a little reluctant, but I told her, I said, that little voice told me that I need to get a hold of you, that you need to come and tell your story. And we all have a story. I'm still shuffling here for you, Veronica. We all do have a story. And our story can always help someone else. Okay, Veronica. Deep replenishment. Pretty card. It says retreat, rest, and be held. So I feel like with all this energy and stuff that's going on, you do need some extra rest and some extra water. I see somebody wrapping their arms around you. I don't know who that is, but I feel like you're very loved and appreciated. So you need to love and appreciate yourself more than you do. You're pretty awesome, Veronica. And I feel like sometimes you don't really feel like you are. And you're very intuitive. And I feel like, when you get a message, sometimes you're not 100% sure, but shortly after, you will get some kind of validation of that message. So I hope that resonates with you. And now we have Kim. And I'm not feeling those cards for some reason. They're being uncooperative. Kim. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Kim. Ooh. It says temptation. And what this card says, this is a fairy card. And it says, are you in denial? Uh-oh, there we go. There we go. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it is. There's your little fairy that's going to help you with that. And, I feel like you have a pretty healthy lifestyle, Kim. But, like everyone, we can always improve something somewhere, right? So just take a look at that and see where you feel, you could make some improvements. It sounds like you're getting a lot of physical activity. It sounds like you have a lot more joy in your life. It sounds like you are communing with nature a lot more, and that's all wonderful. That is all wonderful and healing. So keep doing that. But take a look and see. Maybe you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. Maybe you need to drink more water. Maybe you need to, I don't know if you watch TV, but maybe like you need to turn off the TV. Well, I don't, only you would know what specific lifestyle adjustment that you could improve upon like that. So I hope that message resonates with you, Kim. And now we have Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Notice the loving guidance. Oh, look at this. How cool is this? This was Sarah. This was one of the cards that was picked for the whole group. About listening to your intuition, listening to that inner guidance. And sometimes it's not just that little voice. Something will present itself and we just know that's what we're supposed to do, right? Some people hear a little voice. Some people feel a little nudge. But you always know deep there in your center. And you get tons and tons of information. Just always trust it because it's spot on. And whenever we trust our intuition, right, it never steers us wrong. It always takes us in the right direction. We just have to quiet our minds and listen to it. So I hope that resonates with you, Sarah. Super Space Cookie. And let's see, Heather's next. Heather. Okay, Heather, what do we have for you tonight? Let's see what message there is for Heather. Ooh. Spread your wings. And I feel like some of this has to do with you telling your story. It says, don't hold back. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. And Heather, I feel like when you come on the show next month and you tell your story, I feel like it's going to lift this huge weight off of you. I feel like you are going to see your story from a totally different perspective, which is going to be very healing for you. And I feel like it's really going to help empower you to even make more positive changes in your life. So I'm pretty excited. But they're saying that, spread your wings, take that leap, take that giant step. You're not going to fall because you have wings. You're just going to soar. You're going to take off flying. So I hope that resonates with you. Okay. And let's see. Melissa. And, I'm going in order, but if I miss someone, I apologize. Just, drop it in the comments again. I think Devin was the last one that logged on. So if I call his name and I haven't called yours, then please let me know. Miss Melissa. What do we have for Melissa? Whoa. Melissa, breathe. I feel like you are so busy. I just feel like you're running around, kind of like a chicken with its head cut off, doing tons and tons of stuff. I just want you to remember to take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. And just taking those deep breaths can completely, change out any stagnant energy. I know last week we were talking and you've been cleaning, like doing spring cleaning, cleaning out the clutter. And that's awesome because that, that also changes the energy around. But, If you ever get a little overwhelmed, just take a few deep breaths. Inhale love, exhale stress, or however you want to look at it. But just taking those few deep breaths can completely change your focus, completely center you. It can help in a lot of ways. So I hope that makes sense to you, Melissa, and I hope that resonates with you. Let's see where we are at now. Joyce. I hope you can hear this message, Joyce. But if not, I'm sure you'll be able to watch the replay when those storms pass. I know they got quite a bit of snow and ice up there, and she lives in somewhere in upstate New York, I believe. We had the freezing cold, but it was a little icy the one day, but that's only because it had rained and then the temperatures dropped. So whatever was wet outside kind of iced up, but it wasn't anything bad. It was mostly like on the fence and stuff like that. But I didn't have to go out, so I wasn't super concerned. Mostly just concerned about my kids all getting to work safely. But the roads were fine. Thank goodness. Okay, where am I at now? I forgot. Joyce. Okay, Joyce. Pay attention to those thoughts that you are having. Pay attention to the ideas that are coming to you, because they're coming to you to answer something that you've been praying for. So know that your prayers are being answered. Know that things are working behind the scenes to make this happen for you. Know that you have been putting out the intention of what you want, and the wheels are turning now, and it's all starting to come to be. So this is a great time, of course, to manifest and to bring those things to you. So good for you, Joyce. Wendy. Oh, Wendy. Ooh. Life review, Wendy. They're wanting you to just take a look at your life. Take a look at your life and see if there are any areas that need to be balanced. Any areas where it is unbalanced, such as, between work and play. Are the scales tipped more in one direction than the other? Because we all need balance in our life, right? And that's another thing that this energy right now is all about. It's all about balance. It's all about, serenity. It's about manifestation, obviously. And it's about so many things. And all these things with this increased energy, all we have to do is focus on it and tap into it. And we're going to bring these things right to us. So keep on focusing on those things. If you have any areas, in your life, Wendy, that are unhealed, or, you might have some old wounds. Well, we need to get rid of that so that you can let in all that positive love and light energy into those old wounds. Sarah, Wendy. Wendy says her iPad is getting ready to run out of battery. Oh, no. Elizabeth. See what we have for Elizabeth. Whoa. Elizabeth says, take back your power. Now, initially, take back your power. That's a great message right there. But when I read it further, it says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Now, what a great validation this is, because we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now, about how this energy portal was opened last week, and how when we tap into this energy and harness this energy, we can manifest so much faster right now. So that's what they're telling you. Use that power, harness that power, and set your intentions very clearly, and you will be able to manifest a lot more quickly. So that power, that's your power. This is you. So I hope that message resonates with you, Elizabeth. And let's see if I missed anybody here. Devin. Okay, Devin. Let's see what we have for Devin. And when you guys get up on Monday, tell yourselves Happy Valentine's Day. I just heard that. You don't need someone else to validate you. You know who you are. You know how powerful you are. You know how worthy you are. Give yourself that validation if you need it. Devin, clear your space. Get rid of clutter. Any clutter that's around you, that's causing the stagnant energy, because you need that energy flowing. And it doesn't have to be physical clutter. It could be emotional clutter. It could be, things that are weighing on your mind, or it could be, old situations that aren't healed. But whatever these are, you need to clear all this out, clear out this negative old energy that's doing nothing but just sitting there, blocking other good stuff from coming to you. And once you move this stagnant energy out of the way, all this amazing energies will just be circling all around, because now it's got somewhere to go. When we have that little, blob of stagnant energy and all the positive energy comes swirling in, it gets stuck. It has nowhere to go. So that's why it's important to clean that out. Take a few deep breaths, because that always does help. I'll tell you a couple other things that will help to raise your vibration and clear away some of that stuff too, is to sing, or dance, or even just listen to music. It raises your vibration as well. Okay, Stephanie. Let's see. What do we have for Stony? Stony, victory. Archangel Sandalphon's reminding you and letting you know that your prayers have been answered. They have been heard. They have been answered. Have faith, and have patience. Things may take a little bit longer to get to you, but know that they're coming. So definitely have faith in that. That is awesome. Your prayers have been heard and answered. And, I'm sure this is a lot about your manifesting, about putting out your clear intentions. Those are your prayers, and they're being heard, answered, and they're going to, manifest. You're going to be creating something new for yourself. Manifesting is so cool because it seems like you're just creating something out of thin air. But you're putting that clear intention, that clear thought, you're focusing on it, and the universe is going to match that energy. and send it back to you. So I hope that resonates with you, Stony. Dominica, I have a card for you. Let's see what we have. Oh, there we go. Okay, you got the card of peace. That is so pretty. Look at that beautiful dove. And doves are a sign, are a symbol for peace. This is Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Only love is real. The rest of this stuff is just an illusion. You know, there's no such thing as fear. Fear is an illusion. Only love is real. And they just want to remind you of that. I don't know if you're, feeling a little down or a little low, and maybe, maybe this has something to do with Valentine's Day. People seem to be focused so much on that day and on love and everything, but that's something we should focus on every day, right? Not just one day a year. Just like with Christmas, we shouldn't give only once a year. We should give to others all the time. Thanksgiving, that's our day that we focus on what we're thankful for. But we should be thankful every day. We should live every day in gratitude, right? Because, when you live in that place of gratitude, the universe brings you more to be grateful for. Okay. Joyce is back. Oh, Veronica said her name is not common there either. Heather is looking forward to it. And Sarah said, Heather, you'll have fun being on with me. We would love to hear about you. Oh, good. Kim says, I am not giving up coffee. That's like my last bad habit. Well, then don't. Then don't give up coffee. Just drink more water. Veronica said, thank you so much, Ruth. I plan to go nap soon. And yes, I just got a hug before you read me and was told, I love you and appreciate your support so much. Crazy that you just validated that. Ooh, Veronica, that just gave me goosebumps. Oof. Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you so much for telling me that. Kim says, maybe too much tarot on YouTube. I don't know. Do you feel like it's affecting you in a negative way, Kim? Sarah, you are so welcome. Kim said she'll think about what else she can purge. Dominica says, I thought this was about reaching out to loved ones who passed. No. Robin's show last night, Cosmic Soul Food, and Carol Ann's show tomorrow night in the Psychic Flow, they are both mediums. And they can reach out to your loved ones who have passed. So if you want to tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and watch Carol Ann, maybe she'll be able to help you. Heather says, the angels are definitely pulling me towards something. First, the invitation to be on your show. Then my gym made me member of the month. Wow. Instead of resisting, I'm opening myself up. Oh, Heather, that is so awesome. So awesome. Oh. Joyce said, thank you. Deep thoughts, big change, deep dreams. Oh, okay, Elizabeth, I got you. I hope you heard them. Oh, she did. Okay, here we go. Wendy says, I am trying hard to learn the mandolin and fix unhealed wounds. Good for you. Elizabeth, I love this open portal too. It's pretty amazing. She's been trying to get paintings done. Ooh. Oh. Thank you, Veronica. You guys are awesome. Oh, good, Elizabeth. I'm glad that message resonated with you. We are out of time. I just looked at my clock over here and saw that it was 8 o'clock already. Well, 9 o'clock for most of you. But I just want to remind you all about this Saturday Spiritual Message Circle. Remind you about the beautiful jewelry that Tiffany has, the magnitude jewelry. check that out in the Facebook group. She posted the link earlier. And I will see you guys back here next week. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Good night.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.